So today's speech is going to be from one of my favorite actors, or someone who I would call as an idol, which is Priyanka Chopra, and the speech has been given title as Breaking the Glass Ceiling. So here we go. So rule number 1, there is only one you, because there is no one else like you. There is nobody else that thinks like you or looks like you or acts like you. The core of you, who you really are inside of you, your values, your beliefs, and your faults. Once you really understand who that person is, you may have taken the first step of finding your unique self and becoming the best version of you. Like, who am I really? Most often, as humans, we don't allow ourselves to have the ability to dream beyond our imagination. We don't allow ourselves to think about the future because we are afraid of the change that might happen. We are afraid to move away from what is familiar in our current life right now. And either that, or sometimes we are too rigid to let our dreams evolve. We need to loosen up and shake it off a little bit. Change is the only constant thing in our life, and we are never too old or never too experienced to learn something new. We need to believe that we have everything already as our Brahmastra in our will, and to be able to achieve our dreams and be fearless. Rule number 2 is my favorite rule in her speech. One of my favorite rules in the speech. So rule number 2 is let your dreams fly, give them wings. Priyanka Chopra wanted to be an aeronautical engineer in her studying time, but now she is an actor, a producer, an artist, and a singer and an author. So how did she go from becoming an aeronautical engineer to all this? Because she made choices. She made choices for herself. And that's how we should become. We should make choices for ourselves. We should make choices that we like in our life. And that is rule number 2. Moving on to rule number 3 is that you have never arrived enough to explore new opportunities in your life. Be who you want just by being fearless. Now, opportunities, that's another important part in the fact of being fearless, and also another important part in our life. They are very funny. There are very funny things about these opportunities is that they don't come very often, and when they come far and few in between. But when they do we recognize them? That's the question. Our job is to recognize these opportunities that come to ourselves without being asked, and we have to make the most out of them. Priyanka Chopra have marveled in her opportunities that have came in her way. For example, she became the Miss India, Miss World, her first film offer, her first music single, the first film that she ever produced. There was never a plan. It's sort of like the universe is guiding us towards the opportunities, and our job is to recognize them and make sure we worked hard and squeezed every little drop out of these opportunities. This is called drive. This is called ambition. So no matter what, where are we in life, we need to make the most out of the opportunities that come in our life. We need to be very diligent. So rule number 4 is be greedy. Be greedy for your ambitions, and there is nothing wrong in being ambitious. So there is nothing wrong in wanting to want everything, as long as we are not harming someone or something, as long as we are not doing something wrong. I mean, if you want things in a legal way, I mean, that's wrong. You can't have that. So don't be scared to want more for yourself. For example, like you buy a cake and you want the whole cake, you want to eat the whole cake. There's nothing wrong in wanting to eat the whole cake. So we can't have anyone telling us that we can't have everything. So we must have the need to dream of everything and have everything. For example, I want to have everything. For example, I want to have a luxurious life, even though it may seem possible, but I want it. I dream of it. Moving on to rule number 5 is that do not compromise. and do not settle on your dreams. We are told so many times in our life that if you're a girl, this is your responsibility. If you're a boy, this is your responsibility. Like, there's a system, like the responsibilities have to be organized. Like, this is what you should do, as the society says. So, but like, if you think wisely out of the box, who can tell you who you should be? Don't let anyone or any situation dictate to you who you are and who you can be. We need to fight for our dreams because no one else is going to do that for you except you. Our path is our own. It belongs to no one. Our failures, our success, all of it belongs to us. What is actually meant by rule number 5, which is do not compromise and do not settle on your dreams? As I said before, no one else is going to fight for your dreams except you. Once we have set our mind that we want to do this and this is our dream, we should work for it. So situation in life can change. For example, like, obviously the situation is not going to be the same when you age. The lifestyle, the situation, it will experience a change. For example, when you turn 30, 28, most probably the woman can get married. So for example, when you get married, not necessarily you have to throw away your dreams. You have to sacrifice your dream to become a housewife. That is very wrong. We should decide, we should conquer our path, even though obviously the path is going to be rough. It's going to be filled with failures, backstabs, success and everything, but at the end of the day, the path is yours is yours. So whatever you experience in the journey of achieving your dreams, it's yours. No one else is going to take it. Number 6 is fail again and rise like a phoenix. Who likes to fail? Nobody likes to fail because it's not a good feeling. Like, when someone said that you failed, it's not a good feeling. It's just a term that nobody likes. So obviously we hate to fail. It's not really simple as that. It takes a lot of tubs and tubs of ice cream, a lot of tissues, a lot of Netflix, a lot of mother pamper, a lot of father pamper to move on the failure that we have experienced. But one thing as certain as day and night is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we will fail. No matter how it is, we will fail because it is how it is. Moving on to rule number 7, which is a very important rule and a rule that personally given me an impact in my life, which is we must be bold and we must take these risks that come into our life. What is life without a little bit of risk, right? Like, we cannot just baby proof every problems and every risk that come into our life. We cannot just ask someone else to settle it instead of us going in, diving into the risk and settling it. We always have to take a risk, calculated, educated risk to evolve in our life. Because if we have not truly explored the full extent of your possibility, you will always remain stagnant. Moving on to rule number 8 is that we must surround ourselves with the right people. What do I mean by the right people? Right people is the people who makes us feel good about ourselves, is the people who gives us positive advices, is the people who inspires us, is the people who makes us to do more, to achieve more in our life, So now, friends, family, the people you work with, the people you study with, people around us are the greatest influences in our journey to success. So we have to be really careful and we have to be really wise in choosing them. On rule So moving on with rule number 9 is that you can never please everyone all the time. What do we mean by pleasing is that we tend to put our effort, our soul, our mind to it to make that one person happy, to make the people happy. But stop doing it, because you can never maintain the probability to make the people happy. So stop doing it. And the next thing is that no matter what we do, someone will always be unhappy. Someone will be always unhappy with the decision that we take. They will be dissatisfied with us because of the step that we took. To rule number 10 is do not take yourself too seriously. Do not be stressed over everything in your life. Just like let it go. Be calm. It is scientifically proven that when a person takes a decision, when they are in a state of mind which is they are calm, they tend to think more clearly. They tend to think more wise. So don't be too stressed. Don't be like trapped. Shake it off. Like, be relaxed. The biggest favor that we all can do for ourselves is to laugh. Have a good laugh. Have a good laugh at yourselves. Have a good laugh at situation. Find the moment to appreciate every single day. Over after number 10 is number 11. So rule number 11 is give back. It is not really that hard to be kind towards someone or to be compassionate towards someone. Don't be quick to judge someone, because it's not good, because you don't know their story, you don't know their backstory, you don't know what they are going through. As like once Robin Williams has said that you will never know someone's story, you'll never know what they are going through, what kind of hardship they are facing. So be kind to them. There will always be someone less fortunate than you. There will be always someone that doesn't have what you are having right now. So be grateful and appreciate the things that you have. But not least is rule number 12. Rule number 12 is always remember where you come from. Always remember the root that you originally came from. It is because it is truly what defines you. We have seen good times, bad times, hardships, pain, laughter, sadness, but this is what makes you who you are, and where your originality, from where you come from, with a pride.